Just want to check in on capacity right now ahead of next week's holiday. What are you seeing at Pittsburgh International Airport, especially in the context of, well, flights being back at full capacity after that government shutdown?
First of all, thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure to be here. And what we're seeing is that people are traveling and that travel is strong. Demand is strong. We are expecting record numbers for the Thanksgiving holiday, as everybody in the airline industry is for Thanksgiving this year. So we're ready.
You're ready. Well, you've got a new terminal for them to go through. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about, and I wasn't sure, was it 1.7 billion? I think the initial thought was to be about 1.1. Tell us about the cost and tell us about the upgrades.
Well, first of all, 1.1 billion was the estimate at 0% design. That was never a budget. Okay. So let's just be clear about that. But I appreciate you asking the question.
It's kind of what I tell my husband when we're doing kind of a rehab. Money, that was before. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's fine. Just say that was at 0% design. I didn't really know what we were buying then.
That's fair.
So yeah, the final cost came in at 1.7, and we needed it. It has been a huge. That was for a terminal, a new garage, a new roadway system, a new customer service building where our rental cars are housed, and a whole lot of upgrades. So it's been fantastic. And we opened on Tuesday, November 18th. We switched over from Monday the 17th. A lot of planning went into it, and it was a seamless opening. We're really so proud.
How does it improve? Not just, the customer experience at airports is important, and
Is it?
No, yes.
It totally is.
I love airports.
It depends on the airport. You and I have been to some places that need upgrades.
Yeah, exactly.
We have. But, we know it pretty well here in New York because LaGuardia has, it went from being this pariah when thinking about airports to being a place that you really want to fly out of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it does change. Newark, the same thing. They've been redoing things. I mean, tell us about...
They could go a little faster at Newark. I'm just going to say.
It makes a difference. Listen, and you know this, you travel. Airports, I always say, airports are portals. You're going through them in order to go to something or from something that was really important to just you. It matters that the experience is good for you, that you can move through it without a lot of stress, and that when something goes wrong, it can get fixed. And so infrastructure has a surprising impact on how people feel about the space they're moving through and the services that we can provide in that space. So I'm really happy to hear you all understand that passenger experience is important. We understand it. Airports understand it. And I think we're all getting a lot better at providing it in ways that really deliver value for passengers and staff and meters and greeters and partners, everybody who relies on the airport. So yeah, that's what we built and that's what we opened, and that's what we're excited to have people traveling through this holiday season and beyond.
Hey, Christina, the thing I care most about is it all being safe. I'm cool going through TSA. If I have to take off everything, I'm fine if that means I'm going to be safe. But not really. But I'm just saying, I appreciate those agents that were working during the government shutdown. Same thing with the traffic controllers. And I think that is something that Bloomberg has reported a lot on, about the lack of air traffic controllers that are out there and what's required for one to be one, and so on and so forth. Tell us about that at your airport, what you're seeing, what could be better, what still needs to be done.
I love that you brought this up. So we believe strongly that if you don't get safety and security right, nothing else matters. I do want to point out that in that $1.7 billion worth of build, there was no loss of life. And I say that because when the original airport was built, 3 construction workers lost their lives building it. So having an owner's controlled insurance program, delivering a safety program for the construction while we operated safely and securely was job one every day. Our TSA partners, Customs and Border Protection partners, and air traffic control partners, we actually did not see major call-offs ever during the shutdown. We have an incredibly dedicated team out here. We have lots of people who helped out in making sure that they had food and diapers and baby formula and stuff that they could help their families with. We had a food drive, the food bank held a food drive, which we helped support. So there was a lot of care and taking care of our federal partners. And we reminded people every day to thank them. And we have had a very good partnership throughout the shutdown as we were getting ready to open. And I think that's a real testament to the dedication that they have to their jobs out here.
Yeah, I want to go a little existential with this because, during the shutdown, I was thinking, why is the FAA the employer of all air traffic controllers? Like, why aren't they employed by the individual airports where they work or the territory they're responsible for? In your view, is this the right way to have a centralized database or a centralized entity pay them and have centralized standards? Like, is this the right way to do it?
Yes, but I'm not sure that it should be. I think that there might be something to be said for how we take it away from the continuing resolutions. In other words, how do we make sure that they never have to shut down? Okay. So yes, I think you need the consistency and the handoff from tower to tower. You want the same standards. I believe in that, and I also think that the FAA does a remarkable job. They have a huge mandate, and there's a lot at stake for the work that they do. But I think that what we see is with the aging technology and some of the infrastructure, that it would be more beneficial if we could get those solutions, invested in faster, and that can't happen if you're subject to congressional budgets and stuff like that. So I think that there are other solutions that we can explore that have been successful in other countries.